What's up, race fans? We're here in Canton, Connecticut at the Travis Downey shop, and I got the man himself, 4-time street stock winner Travis Downey with me as he'll show off his shop to all of us. But before we do that, why don't you tell us more about this building and the background of this building?
This building was put up by my grandfather, and I think it was 1981.
Wow.
It was taken down, I think somewhere in New York, and he had it put up here. And we've grew up our whole life as kids being here, pretty much doing whatever we want, having a good time and riding motorcycles and building stuff.
So we'll start with this car. Now this is not the car you raced at Stafford the last couple of years. This is a different car. What can you tell us about this machine?
This is a brand new car, BFR chassis that we built last year. We rented the track at the end of the season. I tried it out. Seems like it's gonna be a pretty good car, and this is gonna be our full-time car for the season this year.
We have a Junior Outlaw that your daughter drives.
Yes, that we're not doing much to it this year, other than new motor. Last year was her first semi-full season. We missed a few races. This here is my cousin Tim's J10 that he drove to high school. It came out of my uncle's Jeep dealership. I think it's an 81. That's out getting new gears in the axles, and we're working on the motor over on the other side over there.
So it's basically a restoration
project, yeah. That's the rollover hood.
Oh,
that's the rollover hood from when we flipped. And then that hood over there is from the car that we used to work on with Rick Levitt up at Riverside Park. This is an 8-foot sheet metal brake that we just picked up the other day. We got a slip roller over here underneath that green towel, tire balancer to your left. This here is just a little bandsaw, our big grinder. If you're gonna notch out roll cage tubing and stuff. 40-ton press. I think it's a 40-ton press. I use that for straightening my my processor bars for my tree harvester. Sometimes these things are $100 a piece, and sometimes I just totally destroy them instantly. All our drill bits and stuff are in here. Our drill presses. Sometimes those bars I showed you, I dress them up on this bandsaw to take the burrs and stuff off of them. This here is a plasma cutter.
Oh, it's a cutter, okay.
A cutter. So you can cut, I can cut up to 5/8 thick steel with that. A little bead blaster. And then this is a smaller box brake. You can make, a full box with it and stuff, because you can take the fingers in and out. This table, we make a lot of stuff. Most of the stuff we ever do, we can roll it all around the garage. So we bring it to whatever project we're working on and weld stuff on it, do whatever. My MIG welder here. There's a small lathe back here, kind of covered up. I've never even really used it. But
it's covered up by a giant toolbox.
This giant toolbox is actually Alex's, and it was given to her by Mrs. Benedict down in North Carolina.
Huh.
Her husband passed away, and she wanted it to go to good use. And my Uncle Alan's been helping her clean out her house and stuff, and she's a very nice lady to give Alex this toolbox. A tube and bender for doing, like the bumpers. I mean, if you wanted to build a whole car, you could build a whole car with it if you wanted to. That is a FC 170, Tim's father's. That's another kind of a conversion vehicle. Bunch of like J10 Jeep parts over here that would go to like one of these trucks, because we do have another one that's out in the woods, and just some spare wheels. Our giant wheelbarrow that we use for hauling wood in. We burn anywhere between 26 to 30 cords of firewood in that stove in here to keep the garage warm all winter. 74 International 200. My father-in-law gave it to me. He got himself an El Camino, and he wanted more room in his garage, so he came down and gave it to me one day.
Now you and the family had a history of off-road racing.
Yep.
And so I see an orange truck back there. Is that one of your off-road racing trucks?
That's actually something that we've never raced that truck. My uncle bought it when we were racing the desert truck, basically for the motor. This here is an 86 Chevy. It started out as a K20, and it kind of got converted into a K10 and was raced a bunch at Southwick by my uncle Johnny A down from JZ Repair. This is my Scout. I've got the motor out of it right now. I got to do some work to it.
When was the last time you raced it?
2018, we took it to Wisconsin. That's a CJ5. That's my cousin Tim's also. My dad actually drove that Jeep to high school.
Oh.
And then the Commando down there, that's my uncle. It belongs to the guy with the orange truck too. That's Alex's snowmobile there, and that one there actually is hers too.
So y'all got street stocks, you got carts, you got off-road
It's all
trucks,
toys here.
Dirt bikes.
There's
a
really
lot
no,
of toys to play with.
The work here is just for fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we work hard logging and stuff, but we like to have fun when we're here, you know?
Keep him busy.
Keep them busy, yeah.
Well, thank you for having us, Travis, at the
Thank you.
shop.
Appreciate it.
And we can't wait to see what's
Thank
next
you.
for you all in 2024.